Alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Hello, everyone.
Hello. 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 Hello?
What up, everybody? What up? What up? It's good to see you guys. Oh, let me get that camera off. It's good to see you guys. Happy Tuesday morning. We're here live. LA City Council meeting has just started, so we haven't missed a beat.
You're free to talk about the other items or anything else within the
Let's
subject
hear
matter
and see what's
jurisdiction
going
of
on.
city
Good
and
morning,
general
everybody.
public comment.
What's up,
For
Pete?
members of the public dialing in, as you were told, when it's your turn to speak, an automated
Perfect
Zoom
timing.
voice will prompt you to press *6 to unmute yourself. If you don't do so, council staff will prompt you once more, usually by reading off the last 4 digits of your phone number. At that point, you really need to press *6 right away. If you don't, unfortunately, it will pass over you
There
and
it is.
you'll miss your
Wanted to
chance
get that
speak.
line off there.
Finally, there is a brief time delay between the live meeting and the
Morning.
broadcast. So, 2 things. If you are listening on multiple devices, when it's your turn to speak, turn down the volume on the
I am,
other
Jay.
devices right away and just listen
Been
on the
feeling
phone.
better
If
the
you're
last
listening
week.
on the other
Thank you.
devices like Channel 35 or YouTube, because of the time delay and feedback, it really causes a great deal of confusion. Second,
Nothing much, Venom.
please listen, have one ear to the phone while you're
You listen to
waiting
the
so that you
madness.
hear
We
in
missed
real
last week.
time
There
when
was a
it's your
good
turn to
one
press
last week.
*6.
Can't lie.
If you're only listening, for example, on YouTube,
So hopefully it's as good
you
last
may not
week
hear quickly enough
as
and
last
might
week.
accidentally get passed over. And with that, Mr. President, we are ready to take.
We got the mole in here.
Yes, nice
Very
to
good.
Mo you.
Thanks very much.
Meet
We'll
you.
begin
Nice to meet you,
with
Mo.
public comment
Don't
here
say
in
Mo.
council chambers.
I said Mo.
And
Stop.
I'd like to call, as I call your name, if you could come to your left,
Tommy?
the aisle on your left, and the sergeant will direct you to the podium. So I'd like to call Chang Lee, Heaja Kim, and Junhak Lee, please.
Yeah, last week there was a couple guys. There was one guy in here that was going. He was just crazy. He was saying that you can't put any more buildings on his property, and that he owns the Man's Chinese
Good morning,
Theater.
council members. My name is Heaja Kim, and I'm on the board of directors of the Korean National Association Memorial Foundation. And my foundation commemorates Dosan Anchang-ho, who founded
What's up, wise
Hungsadan.
guy?
Hungsadan was an organization that embodied the hopes and aspirations of the early Korean immigrants who fought for Korea's independence from colonial rule.
They got a
by
few
Japan
things to
in
go
the
over today.
early 20th century. I
Home-
hope
homeless
that the
issue,
council members
cannabis.
will support the HCM designation of the Hungsadan building so that it can be restored and preserved for the future generations to teach
sorry,
them about
Heather.
the sacrifice that those early immigrants made for Korean independence. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank Asian and Pacific Islander Americans in
What's up, Cass?
Historic Preservation who submitted the application
see you,
for our
Sky.
community, and Councilmember Harris Dawson for his support of the nomination. Thank you very much.
San Diego
Thank you
issued
very
its first blizzard warning ever last week. Yeah, and did
Chang
it have a
Lee,
blizzard?
Junhak
No.
Lee, and Nam Hee Kim.
No blizzards here either.
Good morning.
No snow. Unless it's
Good
above
morning.
1,000 feet.
My name is Chang Lee.
Which is pretty
I'm
high.
a member of the Hungsadan Young Korean Academy since 1963. Upon arrival in the United States of America in 1966, I lived in the subject building for 6 months. I had witnessed that Hungsadan building located close to Jefferson Boulevard, along with the Korean National Association building, was known to have
Hi,
been
Andrew.
the
Hi, Jason.
location of significant Korean American community
I
activities
did get a lot of rain.
and the cultural engagement for generations of Korean
Like 8 inches.
American living in
A whole
Los
season's worth.
Angeles. Deeply associated with the Korean independence movement, the Caltrin Catalina property was
A little bit
long-standing
bad fish, Bear.
civic hub in the early Korean American community in Los Angeles.
I don't open
With
too much
its
flagship.
erasures, our history will continue to be forgotten.
I like to buy the more high-end stuff and not the flagship stuff. It's too much print in a flagship.
Good morning.
So I just open
Hello,
very
I'm
little.
Junhak Lee, a member of Korean History and Cultural Heritage Preservation, and also I'm a member of Hungsadan.
Coffee. Just drink your
the
coffee.
first hearing was
No
in June
no water.
2021 and has been 20 months. Although it took a long time, I'm glad and honored to be here speaking to you all. Today in Korea, it is March 1st. This day is the March 1st Independence Movement Day. The March 1st movement was the protest movement by Korean people and students calling for independence from Japan.
I do.
So being able to speak on this day is very meaningful and emotional to the Korean American community in LA. I'm speaking on behalf of the chairman, Man Jae-cha, as he was not able to make it today, so here are his words. Good morning, LA City Council members. My name is Man Jae-cha, the Korean government appointed chair of the Korean History and Cultural Heritage Preservation.
They're sitting on the other side, I believe, Calamity Girl.
No, you can go ahead with 1 minute of general
And then there's a
public
bunch of
comment.
people waiting online.
First
Call.
of all, in behalf of the Korean government, let me express my thanks to the City Cultural Heritage Commission, South LA
And really quickly, last week, that was one of the things they were saying, that you're not letting everybody in purposefully, to not let, things be talked about, and they were very angry over that. So I don't know, it could be things of that too.
Korean governments to purchase back the history property that once belonged to Hungsadan.
Still people coming in, if you look in the back.
Let me state
Scragglers popping
why
in.
the Korean government
just
has
started.
decided to purchase this century-old structure and how we will use it. The Korea-U.S. Mutual Defense Pact has entered into its 70th anniversary this year. The Korean-U.S. immigration history has reached 120 years. The Korea and the U.S. are tied closer than ever. Given multi-ethnic and multicultural
Do I know him,
of
Sauce
American
Doctor? No.
society,
Thank you,
the
sir.
Korean government realized how the American
Sir,
of Korea.
thank you.
Sir,
very
thank you. Get your ass out of here.
Nam
Sir,
Kim,
I said sir. Thank you. Get your ass out of here.
followed by Andrew Grabner.
Don't care
and
where you're from.
Audrey George.
Fucking asshole this guy is, dude. I'm the president. I don't care where you're from.
Hi, sorry for the late. I was looking for parking space.
Not at all. Good
See,
morning.
everybody looking for parking.
My name is
and
Nami Kim. I'm a current
Still
active
raining
member,
places,
LA
so.
Hungsadan. I'm here to ask respectfully for your support for the historical cultural
Brr,
monuments,
Los Angeles is on track to
domination
see the
of
coldest
Hungsadan
streak
building.
in 35
This building
years.
holds
Since 89.
cultural and community value, particularly for the Korean American community. Let's take a breath. It serves as a testament to the leadership of Dosan An Chang-ho and is a symbol of the hope for our future generation. By designating this building as a historical cultural monument, we can ensure
Just wait, Newberry.
that
It'll
its
heat up.
legacy and
Just started.
legacy is preserved and celebrated for years to come. Can I?
Yes, go ahead and take another
Yeah, you
minute
can,
for general public comment.
It can also serve as a space for promoting cultural diversity and understanding, bringing all different communities together to learn from each other and celebrate their own identities. So here I respectfully urge you to vote in favor of nomination and honor the value of justice, equality, and the community spirit that Dosan An Chang-ho stood for us. Thank you for your consideration. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Andrew Grabner, Audrey George, and Akili, please.
Hi, Mr. Grabner. Which items had you signed up for?
15.
Oh, this
and
dude's
general
awesome.
public comment.
Sure, you have a minute for each. Please begin.
All right, so item 15 is renewing the homelessness emergency again. Look, Inside Safe is just rebranded 4118, basically. There's no actual, I mean, yeah, they're getting minimal housing, but that it's very minimal, often restrictive. So maybe, and a lot of it's just, cruel and violent to unhoused people. So, I'm not saying that there isn't a case that we need to get, unhoused people housed and give them services and such, but clearly this strategy does not seem to be working. because it's just, it's very minimal housing and services. The hotels are often, insufficient, or, they're not being allowed to stay very long, or, they're having a lot of restrictions placed on them. So it's like, why don't we just, at least take a month off and figure out what's going on with all this, and then, but really, clearly this strategy isn't working. There needs to be another
You can go to General, Mr. Greitner. There
needs to be another strategy for getting housing and services for the unhoused people that's not cruel to them. And abolish 4118. So why are I see Kevin Dillon isn't here right now, thankfully, but we all know him. He's probably going to try to sneak in at some point during this meeting. So Kevin De Leon still needs to resign. This is like, and what are you even doing, Paul, to actually try to get him to resign? Because clearly all you're focused on is just silencing all the people who oppose him while you continue to second his motions and, basically do absolutely nothing to actually get him out of office. I mean, I get that this council can't just vote to remove him, but at least, take away any power that you can take away from him. Be constantly working to try to get him out of office, things like that. That's just basic, not even bare minimum stuff you could do.
Thank you.
Yeah, I like his little at the end, but he's right though. As much as he's a weirdo and he's there like every day, the dude's right, spot on right there. Homie is the president, ain't said a fucking thing about the racist dude, and all the racist shit done, and just quiet as kept. Shh. Never happened.
Which items?
Never happened,
15
man.
and general comment.
Please begin.
As Mr. Krikorian has said, I am speaking directly to the body this time, loud enough for you to hear me, hopefully. I think that the mayor's emergency declaration should be retitled, Invisibilize Houseless People Before the Olympics. I think that it's full of false promises.
Hear people yelling a little?
It's full of the outrageous lack of ability to abolish 4118, which is so harmful, deadly. It's full of
the mayor. Newberry, the mayor doesn't
refusal
work.
to admit that that
Lazy
anything to
bitch
do with
ain't showing up.
policing has to do with houselessness. It dehumanizes houseless people, and it just epitomizes. Karen Bass, in an interview with CNN, said
there she is.
That because these hotels refuse to give people towels and blankets, that we should be refusing to give those things to people on the streets and bring them to the people that have been housed in hotels. Shows how little they care. I also want to say that addressing the wonderfully empty seat for KDL, Wakanda wouldn't even give you a visa to enter as an anti-black person, to enter as a visitor. You should know that. I want to address all the members here who have ever had the passion to publicly
Thank you, Pecco.
public meetings. How could you stand and watch them remove Philip Kim last week? How could you stand and watch them to remove people and refuse them entry?
Last week.
Shame on you all. Rules of conduct are such bullshit when people are speaking the truth to power and showing that they care about what happens in their city.
Thank you.
You see? She went right into it. They were talking truth. They all got thrown out.
I'm not sure if that was
Homie was screaming on top of his lungs. He was crazy, though. He was saying some wild shit. He owns half of downtown L.A. He owns the Grauman's Man Chinese Theater. Like,
and most of you should know that by now. But I came here to speak on the lunacy and the hypocrisy of what Kevin De Leon has proposed. The screening of Wakanda now is not only an insult, it's a classic example of how tone deaf he is. He needs to resign, and you all need to agree to not cooperate with him. This effort at the screening of Wakanda is symbolic at most, and worst, it's insulting. So one, we are calling on him to resign. Two, we are calling on you not to cooperate with him. And three, we are calling on this city council to do everything that you can to make it untenable for him to sit at that seat ever.
Let's just put on Wakanda, make everybody happy, show them a movie.
Camille Lewis, Camille N, and then
I told you, it's
Estella
starting to get
Flores
spicy.
Campbell.
A little bit.
Ms. Lewis, which items have you signed up for?
Public comment.
You have a minute. The floor is yours.
Monica, I'm going to be at that event March 4th. I'm going to do to you what they're doing to KDL. Fuck you, Monica.
Is there a Camille N?
There's the spice, ladies and gentlemen. A little bit of spice. He said, where's it going? It's boring sitting here watching it.
Estella
Telling you, here it
Flores
comes.
Hamilton
Here it comes.
And Juresha Alemayehu.
Smoke.
If you can tell us which name you signed up under speaker and which items you want to speak on.
Oh, Falvo, you know me. Estella Suarez Hamilton.
Thank you.
Thank you. And I'm speaking for general public.
Very good. So you have a minute and the floor is yours.
Thank you. Just because
Sorry,
Ordinance number 1872-19 doesn't single out skin color, doesn't diminish the force of the fact that these policies are sanctioned segregation. To paraphrase Polly Murray, when she equated the evil of sex discrimination with the evil of racism, the manifestation of racial prejudice have been more brutal than the more subtle manifestations of prejudice by reason of sex. In no way diminishes the force of the equally obvious fact that the rights of women and the rights of black people are only different phases of the fundamental, indivisible issue of human
Jay.
rights. As she states all those years back, we are entering the age of human rights.
Thanks,
We the
Rally
people
Point.
demand a redress of the most recent phase of segregation in our modern history. We demand an end to the discriminatory vaccine-proof Ordinance 1872-19. Repeal it.
Thank you. I agree.
Have a beautiful day. God bless you.
Thank you very
Enough
much.
is enough. You can't even get into that room without that.
Camille
You can't even
N.
talk to these fucking idiots.
And I'd also like to call
I agree
Juresha
there.
Alemayehu.
Thank you, Rally Point. And yes, Jay, tonight we will be live at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. 8
Either of those
p.m. Pacific Standard
people
Time.
approaching.
Triggered for Monica. What's up, C47?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
called,
they don't.
yes,
like. I mean, they
Erica
don't like any of these people,
and
but they're all
Stacy
dickheads. This
Cigar
guy's a
Bowling,
dick.
please.
Thinks he's the shit because he's the president. He's nothing but an asshole. You don't do nothing for nobody, and all of them are complicit racists. Because if they weren't, they'd force those people all off the council, and the others did it themselves. This asshole's still
morning.
staying there. Like, and what?
If you could remind us what name you signed up under and which items you signed up for.
Erica, General Public.
Very good. You have a minute. Please begin.
Mr. Krikorian, this is to you. On Friday, you targeted a young man who was exercising his right to assembly and free speech, and you kept calling him Mr. Chung, sit down. Mr. Chung, sit down. Mr. Chung, be quiet. And as a result, the police arrested that young man, except that Mr. Chung wasn't present. That young man was Philip Kim. That's who you were talking to, and that's who was arrested. So you basically racially profiled him on what he looked like and targeted him. And I understand you. I see you rolling your eyes. You don't think you're a racist. I get it.
I see you rolling
But
your
as
eyes.
white people, we have to be vigilant on our own biases to not behave like that, because those have real consequences. So I would appreciate you thinking about that and considering an apology. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes,
He's over here fucking rolling his eyes. He's the eye roller.
For making a mistake about his name, but that it certainly had absolutely nothing to do with his race. Please don't disrupt this meeting.
Here it comes.
Or else we'll have to
Or else.
exercise Rule 12. Do not disrupt this meeting.
Rule 12 coming up.
Okay, I'm going to call again.
Getting
Juresha
spicy.
Alemayehu and Stacy.
I hope the cuckoo
Cigar
guy's
Bowling,
back.
please.
Which items have you signed up for?
Hi, Stacey Cigar Bollinger, items 1, 15, and general public comment, please.
So you have a minute, 2 minutes for those two items, followed by a minute for general. So please begin.
Thank you. Item 1 is
As fuck,
a,
squirrel. As fuck.
off-premises liquor permit. As much as I enjoy beer and libations, I think it's funny to see these sorts of motions alongside motions to propose emergencies around our unhoused resident population.
8
We live in a capitalist
8 p.m.
system,
Bartle.
and we can see that the only time anything gets done is when either the right people make money or the flow of capital is disrupted. I wonder how quickly we could get people into housing.
Thank you,
if
Be
we
Real
said,
Beast.
No more liquor permits till there's no more housing.
Yeah, good
or
luck.
no more luxury item business permits until there's no unhoused residents. So moving on to item 15, we are in a state of emergency with our unhoused resident population, but I don't see anything in this motion about stopping rent hikes, reinstating an eviction moratorium. Some information I provided you quite some time ago had data that suggested that 100% increase in rent is linked to a 9% increase in the unhoused population. So all this emergency order does is effectively make it illegal for people to be in public places like parks and libraries, some of the few places left where you can exist without spending money, and it allows us to criminalize them. And
But the kids don't get the park either.
incentivizes
They get no
developers.
choice. And
there's
they should get a
build,
choice
build,
too,
build
lady.
Instead of house, when we have roughly 2.5 vacancies.
Kids should be at
for
a
every
library. Kids
unhoused
should be at the
resident
park.
in Los Angeles. So it is an emergency, but all we're doing with this emergency order is criminalizing homelessness. So I'll move on to general public comment. Kevin's not in his seat, so I won't serenade you today. I think he's caught on that if he's not present, I won't sing to him. So maybe I should start calling his office to sing for him.
You should.
I just want to draw everyone's attention to a recent report that suggested that it would take 500 years to fix all of the sidewalks in Los Angeles. That's kind of silly. It didn't take 500 years to build all the sidewalks in Los Angeles. This country is not 500 years old. Why are we accepting that kind of data? The city has no pedestrian infrastructure, but we prioritize our automobiles, which is wreaking havoc on our environment. And
Thanks,
we need
Derek.
to start looking at why our sidewalks are falling apart. We don't have bike lanes, and our train stations are always in a dysfunctional state. Happy Black History Month, everybody.
Thanks very much.
Pecco, thank you
last
for
call
another
for
one.
Teresha elimination.
Thank you, Pecco. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Be Real Beast.
Before we go to the phones, let's go ahead and go back to item number 16, which we can go ahead and vote on.
Thank you again,
now.
Derek.
Please stop shouting in the council chambers.
It was,
All right,
Derek.
let's
It
go
was
ahead,
fun.
with item number 16. That matter is now before us, members. If there's no members wishing to be heard.
Lefties fighting lefties. That's exactly what it is, though.
We had previously, but we can go ahead and do it again, I guess. Sure. Go ahead and do it again, please.
Item 16 in the case entitled Raul Barrena versus City of Los Angeles et al., there is a recommendation to expend up to $275,000 in settlement.
Very good. That matter is now before us. Let's go ahead and open the roll. Close the roll and tabulate the votes.
10 ayes.
Thank you very much. That'll take us next to callers on the phone. Let's take our first caller, please.
Caller, which items would you like to speak on?
That one woke me up.
Item number 7, number 1, 11 through 14, number 15.
Oh, he's
And
awesome.
general comment.
So you have, well, the items that are open for public comment are items.
You let people talk about number 7 for 2 minutes, and I want equal opportunity to do the same. You let the Koreans do it. I want my right.
Oh, shit.
Excuse me. Let the city attorney finish what he had to say. Go ahead.
The items open for public comment are items 1 to 6 and 11 through 15. You can have 3 minutes for those, followed by a minute for general.
Do I start now?
Yes, please do.
Okay, I've just been discriminated against because you let the Korean group talked about number 7 for 2 minutes, and it's not on the agenda. Krikorian. As Krikorian said, it's inconvenient when the lights go out. It's inconvenient to be evicted from freeway underpasses via the coon black politicians sellout voting for 4118. All items on today's agenda will be vote traded. A corrupt kindergarten system that's generated 60,000 homeless people, a humanitarian disaster. Why don't you just pull your pants down and kiss the butt of every Korean person there, Korean? Number 5, Yaroslavsky, alcoholic beverage permit.
Thank you, Kathleen.
That's really needed. Removing properties from REAP. Number 15 is declaration of the state of emergency, homeless emergency. Again, the homeless emergency is the corrupt incompetence of the LA City Council. As the black representatives of this council has increased over the years, so has the increase in black homelessness to its current almost 50% level. 50% of all working age black adults are either unemployed or underemployed. When our representative, Coon, corrupt Marquise Dawson, takes our black unemployment office for a luxury office for himself. Nearly 50% of the incarcerated are black. The state of emergency is the lack of representation from these coon, sellout black politicians. As the increase in they have over 20% of the city council. I don't even include Raman. She doesn't even know she has black skin. Over 20% of the city council is black. So why is 50% of the homeless, 50% of the working age adults unemployed, 50% of the incarcerated? This is the state of emergency, and it should be
Thank you, Jim.
included in this local declaration of emergency. Again, I've been discriminated against. I should have an extra minute to talk about number 7 within these items instead of using my general public comment time, like they gave to the Koreans just now. But so I'll just have to file another claim.
So we'll,
It was
Mr.
stated
Moses, you
earlier
still
that
have some
the
time
black-
on the clock before general public comment. Why don't you talk about item 7 if you want to?
Oh, okay.
Well,
Thank you.
I need a full minute, just like
Just
you
begin,
gave
Mr.
the other
Moses.
people.
Begin. I'm inviting you to do it. Please begin.
My mistake.
Full minute, or you'll get a claim.
Begin,
Number
Mr.
7,
Moses.
the
I'll
Korean
set the
Center-
clock.
The Korean Center, I'm talking about item number 7. Quiet, Fable. The Korean Center was on the agenda. I have nothing against them having a cultural center. In contrast, Marquise Dawson, the black community had a cultural center, the Afiba Center, over 20 years of black cultural engagement with the community. This clown, through his lack of representation, closes it because of black culture, because of what they were doing, inviting black culture. He turned it into a COVID testing site, public. This is the level of corruption and non-representative from this short, little, incompetent sellout clown and the rest of these black coon clowns on the city council. Instead of supporting their community and their culture, they close our community cultural center. This is the reason why there's black unemployment at the levels it is. This is the reason why there's black incarceration at the level it is. I'll go to general public comment now.
Please go ahead.
See, Newberry?
State of emergency in this community, public, is the lack of representation. If there's 50% black homelessness, the problem of homelessness is in the black community. Public, it originates from a lack of representation, not these coon Tom Sambos that do not represent our community, and the ever increasing police budget, incarceration. The problem is, our problem is your problem, public. These black Sambo sellouts, priced, handpicked by Nuri Martinez, Heather Hutt, and corrupt little guy, Marquise Dawson, closing the black community. You won't close the Korean community, will you, Dawson? You get on your knees and beg for campaign contributions over there.
Thanks very much. Next caller, please.
See, Newberry? That's all it takes. A couple of those
Caller,
guys.
Which
and
items would you like to speak on?
the spice comes. Look at the chat room. People are enjoying it. Telling you.
Caller with the last four digits 1148. Please press *6 to unmute.
Get spicy quick.
So
Racist,
speaker with the last
quick.
digits 1148. If you're there,
Well, you got a
please press
racist
star
that
6
sits
right
on
now.
this
We'll have to
panel. Well, there was many, but there's still at least one that won't leave. So it's going to stay that way till that dude leaves.
Caller, which items
At
would you like
least.
to speak on?
What's up, Brent? How are you, buddy? Alert SoCal.
Caller with the last
Hi,
four
Charlotte.
digits 7864. Please press *6 to unmute.
So speaker with the last digit 7864. Please press *6 right away if you want to speak.
Yeah, hopefully the Yoda goat caller guy,
on, then.
the goat guy calls in. That would be awesome.
Caller, which items would you like to speak on?
Hi, Stanks. Hi, Stanks. Come here. Come here. So everybody can
I
see.
will speak directly to the public since this unprofessional city council can't pay attention like children on items 15,
Like
1,
children.
2, 13, and general comments.
Please go ahead. You have
I wish I
3
could
minutes
turn
for
it
the
up,
item,
guys, but
followed
it's
by
as
the
loud
next
as it
agenda.
goes.
1 and 2 is for a liquor license for the Rome nightclub and a mini mart. If we can determine that there is a necessity for public convenience for liquor licenses, then there should also be stated in this motion that there is a necessity for public convenience to stop City Hall corruption. Number 15 is concerning the local state of emergency declaration regarding homelessness. Public, this homeless declaration is being used to extract more and more massive amounts of funds from the people.
That's it.
We don't need another homeless emergency declaration
That's it.
popping up every month.
Grift.
What we need is a city council government that is not corrupt. We, the people, do not have a LA City Council government that is not corrupt. This emergency motion should state that even though Nori Martinez, Gilbert Cedillo, Black Pimp Mark Ridley Thomas,
Black
Jose
Pimp.
Cuizar are gone.
Black
The
Pimp.
corrupt structure that produced this homeless state of emergency is alive and well in petty dictator Paul Krikorian and these other incompetent talking head buffoons are just pretending that they know how to do anything besides rip off the people of the city of LA. This homeless emergency motion should include banning going back, spending hours and hours smiling and making ridiculous and worthless feel-good presentations at City Hall meetings. This item's state of emergency declaration should include the fact that the state of emergency has been actually caused by the corruption, waste, and incompetence at City Hall. I am demanding that this motion state that fact or be voted no on. The state of emergency declaration should address the corruption, waste, and incompetence of the city government, represented by the 20 to 30 people standing there doing nothing 4 hours a day, 3 days a week. I am demanding that this motion state that fact or be voted no. This item does not mention anything about the fact that the total and complete lack of
What are you
representation of the black community by
What are you
sell
doing?
out, House Negro, do nothing, self-serving, incompetent black coons on this corrupt city council has greatly contributed to and is one of the root causes of the motion's so-called state of homelessness, emergency. The ongoing state of emergency throughout the black community and the city in general. This motion does not mention these facts, and I demand a no vote on this motion until it does. The two cannot be separated. I'm demanding that this motion read the following. The health of the city at large is now linked to the health of the black community. I am also demanding that the total and complete lack of representation by the black Sambo coons of this racist city council be addressed in the body
You can go
of
into
this
general if you wish.
and that I'm just about done here. Corrupt Marquise Dawson, all daily voting for increased police murder of black people, budgeting like the $6 million just last week, and their constant homeless abusing 41-18 evicting votes of their own black people. Comment. I demand that this motion also include the following language. Corrupt little man Marquise Dawson is one of the worst things that has ever happened to the black community. That means that corrupt Marquise Dawson is one of the worst things that has ever happened to all the people of the city of Los Angeles. The homeless are nearly 50% black, and our lack of representation is affecting all the people with the billions of dollars being wasted. In closing, black history is world history, not the house Negro, coons, shows of Price Hut, and corrupt little man Marquise Dawson. Thank you.
She should have called him a black pimp.
My granddaddy was a pimp. My great-great-great-granddaddy was a pimp. I'm talking about pimping since pimping. Had not been for the Lord, I wouldn't have had another bitch come into my life.
Have private discussion after the fact, after a presentation, and then decide how you want to play that out. That doesn't constitute public comment. You made decisions about something, and we didn't get to have a decision on it. That's what you did on Friday. But I like to talk about item number 15, and then public comment.
Please go ahead.
So the state of emergency that we have with this homelessness does not entitle our government to have city funds, have public funds go unchecked, and that there's no competitive bidding on anything. We still need accountability on how you're spending our money. And while you're working on this
audit,
this emergency, you need to add substance abuse and drugs in there, because there needs to be an emergency on that too. I mean, you can't start addressing the repeat homelessness if you're not also going to address people's issues and get them some help that they need so that they can keep sobriety and not return to the streets. For general comment, I like to address the Housing Committee, Mr. Lee, Ms. Rahman, Marquise. You know who you are, Ms. Hut, the gang.
The gang.
I'm at a complete loss as to why I keep making myself available to have a sit down with you guys, and you continue to ignore me. There is not a homeless program that does not require or count on landlord participation. That's the end game. The success of any homeless program is contingent on landlord participation. And you have a landlord that has worked with all of these agencies that's willing to sit down with you and help you find out where the pitfalls are to create a win-win situation to help actually solve some problems. So I'm under the impression that you really do not care and that you're not interested in solving problems. You just want to keep this fake narrative like you're doing something.
Thanks very much. Next call.
Just thank you. I'm going to cut you off now.
Caller, which items would you like to speak on?
Thank you, but I'm going to just cut you right the fuck off.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Hi, speaker. We can't quite hear you. Which items would you like to speak on?
I would like to speak on item 3, although you guys already voted, so for my public comment.
Okay, so yes.
Hey,
that'll be a minute in general.
stop it.
You can talk about item 3.
Don't
Please
do that.
begin.
Thank you. Although you guys have already voted, I encourage you all to ask questions. Most employees feel disenfranchised by the terrible policies Ms. Connie Llanos has set in place. Please consider talking with employees at LADOT. Recently, one of the many things she has done, she silenced employees from speaking out during a town hall meeting. Her attempt to censor employees speaks volumes with regards to her inexperience and terrible management. Ms. Rodriguez and Mr. Krikorian, I appreciate your comments. It is imperative that employees feel appreciated and supported by the leaders of this city, particularly when they feel targeted by their own general manager. Finally, I ask that former council member Buscaino and Lee's motion, council file 21-0921-S1 be reintroduced to end the employee vaccine mandate. Mr. Soto Martinez, Ms. Hernandez, you guys ran on.
Thank you very much. Next caller, please.
Thank you very much. We don't give a fuck what you have to say.
Caller, which items would you like to speak on?
Items 1, 2, 6, 11 through 14, 15, and general comment.
Great. So you have 3 minutes for those items.
You got
and
3
after
minutes.
that, a minute for general. Please begin.
This is Ankur Patel from Chatsworth. So item numbers 1 and 2, people talked about already, alcohol licenses in CD5 and CD14. And I'm at home calling in, taking advantage of the fact that I can click, see the downloadable reports, the PDFs, see the applications, the responses, a 20-page PDF about each of these, of why they're applying a lot of boilerplate templates. And building on this, it would be nice to see all of the alcohol licenses. Who's legally selling out, like a visualization, right? Making it more accessible, more useful to have this kind of information, see the trees from the forest type of stuff, because we know alcohol is a problem in certain neighborhoods more than others, right? Liquor store, payday lender, massage parlor, liquor store, payday lender. In some neighborhoods, well, you don't have that in other places. But looking at that, I think that would be pretty informative. So that's kind of items 1 and 2, CD5 and 14 this time, seeing how that plays out. Items, and I know you hate it when you take items out of order, but can I just do 11 through 14?
I like the massage parlor.
14 is REAP, right? The Rent Escrow Account Program. And similar to items 1 and 2, we have, in this particular example, 4 properties, I think, being taken out of REAP because of what the owners indicated, the property issues that they had, the deficiencies, those code violations, they fixed them, right? So now these properties are being taken out of REAP, and the report on this is pretty wild also, right?
Doing good, Herb.
I got a little delay. I don't know if am I still speaking?
Yeah, keep going.
I see the video's delayed.
Please continue. We're hearing you. This is your time to talk.
All right. Just the video is delayed, right? Watching on YouTube, so it's a little bit hard to tell what was going on.
Stop looking at the
So
video,
same
Patel.
way, that bird's eye view, what is actually going on, I think would be, taking the accessibility, the transparency of what the city council is actually
Calamity
doing,
girl, because you have idiots that
and bringing
vote.
it and making it more accessible.
You keep voting these idiots in, so
right. Item
they
number
deserve
6,
what
this
they
is
get.
Kind of a cool one, I guess, right? You're hiring 70 people through the social equity program, a lot of clerks, admins, 20 custodians, all good, more than $1 million. Again, everything making it accessible, more visible would be helpful. The main item, 15, right, if I can take a little bit of time on this homeless declaration, right, looking at how this is going and what is in here. Item D is no competitive bidding, right? And I guess item F likes to put a check on that, but it's a week check with a bi-weekly week report from the CAO on how, and it looks like this resolution is concentrating the power in the mayor's hands, right? That's item E. Just gives all the power to the mayor to allocate funds,
Hi, Josephine.
right, through no bid contracts to whichever solutions they deem appropriate. Like this is, and then the kicker is the speed. The declaration shall terminate on June 12th. Like you're going to have a prediction of when this emergency is over. You undermine the credibility of the whole resolution.
Let's kick out.
You can go on to
Draco.
general
The
if you wish.
competitive bidding. And then, okay, general comment. But I'll just end on D of this homeless declaration. It ends on September 1st. So you're going to end the termination of this declaration, or the declaration of emergency ends June 12th, according to this. But the no bidding contract lasts till September 1st. Come on, folks. You could adjust some of this stuff to make it less obvious of what's going on. Okay. So I guess I'll go to general comment, right? And I kind of listened in on what people were saying, right? Entering the age of human rights. Are we really doing that? With all of this going on, I hope so. We're trying. Some of us have positive intentions and try to build and connect, even if I can now see a lot of people ain't even paying attention to what's going on. We'll see how this all plays out. But I wanted to talk on item 5 a little bit, but I couldn't. That's a one-story, 1,400 square foot, or 14,000 square foot building being transformed into a 5-story, 98,000 square foot building on, North Vineland. Love celebrating March 3rd.
Okay, Drake. Thanks.
Thanks, Speaker.
Thank you for letting me know about it. I'll
Thank you.
check it
Next
out.
caller, please.
Josephine, if I missed you before,
Caller,
I'm
which item
sorry.
would you like to speak
You know,
on?
sometimes a lot of people in here. I don't do it intentionally, trust me. You know, because you got
I'd like to speak on all subjects, but let's just. Let's
I have
start
all the
with-
rooms in one
we're
chat
having
room.
An election for CD6 because there was corruption going on. I know we're focused in on the racist part of the situation here, but like Ms. Rodriguez pointed out on a newscast, there is more corruption in city council that were not at the meeting. They ousted De Leon, but he's still there. But I think the only way to get rid of him is to bring forward the other candidates, or council people that are part of that. The writing candidates are not being invited to the debate for CD6. We are certified candidates, but yet not being invited to these debates. And that makes no sense because we paid our dues by walking. We didn't get enough signatures, so we paid the monies.
Some PK, Jalden.
All we're doing is replacing the face and the name to that council district's representative.
Just pure kush. What's up,
Same
Matt?
money that backed Martinez up.
Good to
is the
see you,
same
Matthew.
money that's putting it in.
Hi.
Friday,
Speaker,
you guys got
Speaker,
notice of that?
Sorry to cut you off. That was obviously general public comment. Do you want to speak to any of the specific items now?
We can go on 12 about the homeless thing. I couldn't believe Friday that everyone that walked in there, well, there's no empathy, I don't think. I don't think anyone out there has been homeless. So how about sympathy? These people were walking in crying for help. We could have reached out to the governor and opened the grant, again, the National Guard armories. We're going to build these housings.
Cop saying
for
something to
them
that
for
guy
how
up there.
long?
Let's see what he
Again,
has
Get
to
them
say.
off the street. We need to make it more humane. If they need IDs, let's get them that. But somebody's got to be out there making the work. But keep putting the same people in play to do this work without checking it. Check and balance. Everything has it. I took city overview for that same reason, to know how to serve the city. Not because I had 5 hours to waste in my evening. I was just married and young in life. Why did they say I did it? Oh, well, Richard, you can't change the city. I said I can try. Who's my mentor? Tom Bradley. Honored.
Remember Tom Bradley?
So I'd love to
Good mayor.
see somebody there step in those shadows of his feet and lead by example.
So thank you, Speaker. Your time's expired. So next speaker.
Okay, next caller, please.
Yeah, we'll be live tonight at 8 p.m.
Caller, which items would you like to speak on?
Just wanted to show you guys this morning because we missed the last one. The last one was really good, of course.
Caller with the last four digits 1403. Please press star 6.
Mr. Chan,
Which items do you want to speak on, Speaker?
all item, Jantava Papa Kama.
You have 3 minutes. Please begin.
God, yeah. I want to thank new council member Eunices Hernandez. You play ball now.
Speaker,
now,
you're not on any item. This is your last warning. Please get on an item.
Hold on there, faggot. I talk about the liquor license, faggot.
Okay, general. Let's go to general public comment. Give him 1 minute.
Faggot.
Give him 1 minute, please,
There's
for
too
general
many
public comment.
faggots. Too many fucking faggots. Like
You know what? This is outside of the jurisdiction of the council. Please cut him off. He's done.
You're correct, Mr. President.
He's done.
He was not speaking to anything.
Sorry,
on
you guys got a gray screen?
next
If you
caller,
do,
please.
hold on a second. I'll be back.
Caller, which items would you like to speak on?
Looks like it's low on my side, guys. Hopefully you don't see a gray screen.
I'd like to speak on 15 and general public comment, please.
Very good. You have a minute for each. The floor is yours, Speaker.
Thank you so much. Hi.
Should be
good morning,
looking better
Council.
now, maybe.
So, I'm hoping that the declaration of local
good over there.
emergency
Thank you,
can
Diaz.
resolve the homeless crisis that we're having.
No gray screens.
The top concern that
It's going
I have
red on my side.
is that we're seeing more and more homeless people, mostly families, not because not because of the fact that they're unemployed. They're not. Most of them are employed,
Looks
but
okay?
they just don't
Good.
have
not great.
sufficient enough income to be able to afford rent in the city of Los Angeles. And the problem is that my concern is we don't even have, we can't even build enough housing for everybody in the city of Los Angeles. That also includes homeless and low-income families. Somebody needs to send a message to the Biden administration. Here's the problem, because what's happening is that if we cannot build enough housing for everyone, for especially low-income families, why should we prioritize migrants, which is what's happening with the Biden administration opening the southern border, let migrants in. And the concern is that most of them won't make it, cannot afford a high cost of living in the United States and all across the U.S., especially major cities like the city of Los Angeles. I'd like to go on to general public comment now.
So you're already in it, but continue, please.
Because the state would get sued, Catalina.
So, you know what's sad is
those people would all get $1 million each.
Skid Row, and I have seen Black and Hispanic families homeless with their kids sleeping in the tent. And what really bothers me is that the Biden administration is far more, they're selfish because they're prioritizing the migrants instead of our residents here in Los Angeles and all across the country.
True.
All right, thank you very
And
much.
cut
We're
them
going
off.
to
Yeah,
take two more
they didn't want to
callers.
hear the truth, guys, so they cut that right the fuck off. Too much truth.
Caller, which items would you like
Wow,
to speak
these
on?
two assholes right there are sidebarring. Look next to the Ellen Live sign. Look at her and that dude just sitting there sidebarring the whole fucking
Caller
time.
with the last four digits, 5777.
And her fat father fucking
Please
ruined
press
this city.
*6 to unmute.
And her grandfather helped ruin the city as well.
5777.
And now she's ruining the city. 3 generations. Remember I was telling you, fuck their little kids?
Hello.
Hi,
That's
which
why.
items would you like to speak on?
Item 1, please.
Sorry, I didn't quite hear that. Could you say that again?
Item 1.
Item 1?
Item 1 and general public comment.
Great, you have a minute for each.
Greetings. This is Dallas Fowler. Hi, council members. Hope you are doing well this morning. I'm calling to speak on item 1, which is in relation
Paul Koretz.
to Jeresha and Dawi Alamayu. I've known the Alamayu family for many years. I have known Jeresha specifically for her work in our community, helping young people in the areas to learn the careers in the areas of architecture, construction, and engineering. I am a former LAPD permit review panelist for the city of Los Angeles, and I have served missions
Not
and
one,
boards
Diamond.
in the city from 2006 to about 2017, 18, somewhere around there. And so I just wanted to speak in favor of the Alamayus. They have had their store there for over 4 years. Many of the people in that community have been asking for years, when are they going to be able to offer full service in their market? And I think that we should allow them to do that.
You have general.
They should be present there. Is this general now?
Yes, it is.
Okay,
Yes,
thank
it
you.
is.
And I think they should be present there in the chambers. They didn't understand what happened this morning, and so they missed the opportunity to speak on public comment. But hopefully you will have them in their hearing and get to hear from them yourselves. But they are two of the most compassionate, responsible, caring individuals that I know, and I hope that you will grant them their permit
Look
to
all the-
continue servicing the people in their community.
Look at the left side of the screen.
Thank you,
6
Ms.
people over there, 3 of which are having
caller,
coffee, all of which are just talking, sidebarring,
Caller,
or either
which
on their
items would you like
phones.
to speak on?
All the way to the left of the screen, not doing a fucking thing. Why even show up? And we're paying for them to do that. Who's paying attention in this room?
Caller with the
Hello?
last.
It's insane.
Hi, speak
Yes. Can you hear me?
loud and clear. Which items
You
would
too,
you like
D-Nice?
to speak on?
Just number 2.
Please go ahead.
Yes. My name is Patty. And I have Sunday Bridge Council.
Waited all that time for this.
Director of Broadway West, and I have very serious concerns about getting downtown back to being an entertainment center. Number 2, Rome Nightclub is going to be an amazing addition to the downtown family of entertainment. They understand downtown. They're bringing in some amazing things, and we need to encourage people to bring entertainment back to the downtown area. the theaters, music, art.
Too
we
much,
need
DS.
all of it to come back. And I just want to thank Dennis Brown and his group for trying so hard and putting so much into his love for downtown. So please take this into consideration when looking at this item. Thank you very much.
Yeah, quick
Thank
plug
you.
for Rome.
Thank you.
How
very
much Rome pay
Uh,
her to
that'll
get
be
on
the
the
last
I
caller
mean,
we'll be taking on
telephone.
the phone. I did want to invite up
Oh, who do you want to invite? You don't even know, motherfucker.
Teresha Alamehu, who I had called earlier, but I think
You just
was out of
missed
the room,
something,
so,
Heard.
Come on up, please. Good morning.
Hi. Which items had you signed up for?
Good morning. I'm here to speak on item number 1.
Please begin. The floor is yours.
Thank you so
These
much
two
for
assholes
having me.
sidebarring the whole time.
I am Dresha Alamayo,
These two
born
idiots,
and
right
raised
there.
here in Los Angeles. I've been a member of the community. I went to Culver City Middle School, Hamilton High School, and now we
Hamilton
have a
Yankee.
store located on Venice and Cardiff. And for the last 4 years, we have been trying to get our beer and wine license, and all of the tenants that live nearby in the neighborhood, they walk to our store, and every day they're asking, when are you going to have your beer and wine license? And I told them, be patient. You know, we were in a pandemic, but we made it this far, and I'm here today just to stand before all of you to let you know that I am a member of the community. I've been working in the construction industry for 20 years. I built SoFi Stadium. I'm working on the Clippers Intuit Dome. I've built elementary schools, hospitals, and this is my personal business with my husband, and we are just so happy that we're here today to be able to provide this needed service for the community. And I just wanted to show my face. I apologize. I didn't understand what happened earlier, but I just wanted to just show up and let you guys know that I am here. And we're just so excited, and we hope that you vote yes today. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for that. Telling us about yourself.
Members, that'll close public
Show and
comment on
tell.
all agenda items and close general public comment as well. So, Madam Clerk, what items are we now ready to vote on?
Council may vote on items 1, 2.
Nothing really.
11.
Still raining a little bit at man here and there.
All
It's
right,
supposed to
those
rain
matters are now
tonight
before us.
for 5 hours.
Do any
Like when
members
we're
wish
on
to be
tonight,
heard on any
it'll
of
be
those
raining.
Items
6 to
seeing
10 or something like that.
None. Let's go ahead and open
7.
the roll.
I mean, 6 to 11, something in that range.
Close the roll and tabulate. the
Depends
vote.
on where you are, too, of course.
10 ayes.
Thank you.
Thanks,
That'll next bring
LBCIM.
up item number 6.
Just slowly working my
as
way up.
amended.
The tolerance back and all that, too.
That matter is now before us.
'Cause, you know,
Does
you
anyone
lose your
wish to be heard
tolerance
on
quick.
item number 6 as amended.
Let
Seeing
the
none, let's
salt,
go
the
ahead and
salt
open the roll.
flow.
Close the roll and tabulate the votes.
All yeses, of course.
11 ayes.
Thank you.
11
That brings us
eyes.
to item number 7. Councilmember Harris Dawson.
So much, Mr. Chair and members. Today,
Nothing, Diamond.
members, you have before
Nothing.
you an opportunity for the City of Los Angeles.
This
to
is the
acknowledge,
pimp, by the way.
Hung Sadan building as a historical.
This is the
historic
lady
cultural
referred to the
monument
homie as a pimp.
That coincides with the March 4th movement, also known as the Samel movement. In South Korea, they're actually celebrating that in South Korea at this moment while we're in session. This movement took place in 1919 and was one of the largest protests by people on the Korean Peninsula, particularly students calling for
Cali Bees,
independence
that's
from
too
Japan,
political, really.
who was,
Here I do it
occupied the
because I
Korean
live
Peninsula
here.
at this time in history.
I don't want to turn this channel in. Too much infighting
part of
when it comes to
the
that.
diasporan movement for Korean.
You know, there's nothing you can really say here only because all of them are only from one side here. There is no opposition. That's why when you vote, there's all yeses.
This facility
Much
was
different.
both the residents and the
Indica
headquarters
over
for,
Sativa,
the
Wolf.
organization that helped recruit young people, helped get folks involved in the resistance movement. Just down the block from it, there was the Korea Free Press, which was the only U.S.
I do pay
publication
taxes for this.
supporting,
Lots of them
Korean
own.
independence
Old, and
from,
everybody does, not just me.
Japan. We
all the residents here.
Ran into a situation in our
Highest in the country
where
we
this
pay.
property had been acquired by a student.
That's why he has
housing
a nice
developer
suit on.
Who wanted to develop it for student housing. Members
We
of our
paid for that
planning
suit.
department and members of the
Don't think we
community
didn't.
office and said we need to make this a historic cultural landmark so that it stays, so that the history is preserved, and so that we keep keep the memory of that movement alive. And we went back and forth, as folks know, in this city. A person who owns a property and who is also a developer wields tremendous power over what happens on that land. And so we struggled back and forth and went through a series of negotiations and
it is a
back
nice
and
suit.
forth. And seemingly out of nowhere, though I know people.
It's a nice
were
pocket
working
square.
on this, the
nice
South
tie.
Korean equivalent to our Department of Veteran Affairs stepped
Sure wasn't
forward to
cheap.
acquire the property. And once they acquired the property, that let us free it up from the tenor of development or being torn down in development. And so today you have before us, we have before us
Think he
the
dyes his
opportunity
beard?
to seal
No,
that
he-
up.
he
We've
ain't got the Just for
folks
Men kit.
here, from the Korean History and Culture Preservation. We've got folks from Hang Sadan, and we've got folks from the Ministry of Patriots and Veterans Affairs. They're on the front row.
Got the
so you
cops
all
sitting
can
right
stand
there
up
in case they
be
get
acknowledged,
crazy and
so you can be on channel 35.
they ain't gonna be attacking the Koreans.
Our television station.
All the crazy kooks that are in there.
Because folks have been on this journey with us for almost 3 years now, and I also want to acknowledge our staff from the Department of City Planning and Ms. Park and others who brought this to us in the first place. And I also
He looks like Darius
thank,
Rucker.
my friend and colleague, Mr. John Lee.
Hootie in the
who,
bowl. That dude
stepped
still
up to
sings,
help
doesn't he?
us,
Doesn't he do like country
pull this
music or something?
together
No.
and bring us
I think
to
he
where
does.
we are today. in
Not
this
with the
moment.
Blowfish
So again,
guys, but
thank you
just
all,
himself, I think,
for helping
right?
us in our neighborhood and helping us help you preserve the history that's not just important to you, but important to all of us.
Thank you. And I'd like to call on Councilmember Lee. Please.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'd like to thank Councilmember Harris Dawson for.
Nothing's
all
wrong
his
with having a
efforts on
tailored
this
suit,
property.
Ricky.
This property
Just
has
sucks
long
when we
been
got to pay
considered
for
by the
it.
Korean American
That's why it's tailored so
community to
nicely.
already be
That's
a
a nice suit,
historical
too.
cultural monument. And today we take steps forward to
You're
make that
paying for it.
an
I'm paying
official
for it.
designation. As Councilmember Harris Dawson said, that many decades ago, this place became a hub for the Korean independence movement outside of Korea. This location, Hungsaran, was more than just. It meant so
I hate to
much
break
the
it to you. A
strength
lot of
the
Asian
Korean
folks
American
love
community. It really-
guns,
the
shooting.
birth of
Go to a gun
the
range,
Korean
at least
community is
here.
known as for
A lot of
today
Asian
and the
dudes.
area.
They love their
There,
guns.
At this place, they taught the importance of democracy. They taught about early immigrants to
They
this
ain't
country,
shy about it either.
About how to advocate for themselves, how to become politically
What do I
active.
want them to wear?
And most
Sweatpants?
of
No.
all, it's most famous for
Go to Just for Men, get you the $150
acts
suit.
of the activist Dosan Ahn
Not-
and
not the
many other Korean
$1,000
activists
suit plus.
who used the site to fight many thousands of miles away about the independence
Uh-oh.
from Japan and try to bring that knowledge to the American community.
Real quick, three in critical condition, 14 injured at Pitchess Detention Center in Castaic. So it seems like we've had maybe a riot in the jail there in the detention center. 17 people hurt, 3 critical.
Historical
Breaking
history
news.
of the city of Los Angeles and what it's meant to so many different cultures and different people around the world, and the different struggles that we fought through here in Los Angeles for different struggles that we had.
Real quick, because what he's saying is not relevant. 3 people were critically injured, and at least 14 others were injured and were being treated for their injuries after an incident at Pitchess Detention Center in Castaic. The nature of the incident Tuesday morning was not immediately specified, but at least 5 ambulances and other additional fire department resources were called to the jail. Fire department officials reported that they were treating at least 3 patients in critical, 14 others being treated at the scene. And it was not immediately clear if the patients were prisoners or staff members. That's it.
To them, but also to
Breaking
let
news
them know
just now.
that it is a part of our history of the city of Los Angeles as well. Colleagues, I urge and I vote on this issue.
Thank you very much. Seeing no other speakers on the queue,
Shanked.
the matter is now before us.
Sure, somebody got
Let's
a
go ahead
lock
and
and a
open the
sock,
roll,
a shank, something like that. Yeah.
Close the roll and tabulate the votes.
11 ayes.
Congratulations. All right, that takes us to item number 8, and I'd like to call again on Councilmember Harris-Dawson.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chair. I have a quick question for the leader of our personnel department. Come forward.
Yeah, no, right now. Sorry, I packed it and I was busy. All right, let's go. It's time for, I think, 3.
That will help assist us in the targeted
Yeah, I think it's
hiring program. I want to make sure that what we have before us is what you need to actually open up the program and speed it up to the desired rate.
Thank you. Good morning, council members. So the Targeted Local Hire Program is obviously one of the gems of the city of Los Angeles. We're so very proud of it. All over the country, people are asking us about, how we do what we do.
I don't
asking
understand
us to sort
space.
of present it all over, at different conferences and various
Indica Hot
forums. And
Springs.
so we're so excited about all of the opportunities that Angelenos are having to gain city employment. So the personnel department did, in this particular process, request a total of 17 targeted local hire and bridge to jobs positions. And the CAO recommended approval of 6 of these positions, which we very much appreciate. But we do need to have the other 11 positions approved as well in order to assist us with critical administrative functions that support hiring and onboarding of sworn and civilian vacancies. These positions will be used in places like background investigations, client services, medical services, and examining. It's very important for us to get them filled in this fiscal year, because that will get us ready to support everyone else's hiring as the new fiscal year comes upon us. We do have the funds in this year's budget to absorb the cost, so there is no need to further burden the general fund. So basically, we're just respectfully asking that this report be amended to add the resolution authorities without funding to the personnel department for the 11 additional targeted local hire positions.
I wish she was, though. She's hot as
hell.
Thank
you so much to the department, to the budget committee, and to Mr. McCosker, the chair, and our personnel committee. We, this program, I'm so proud of this program. I think we've hired more Angelenos with the Target Local Hire program than anybody since Tom Bradley. So I'm very, very excited about it, and we want to make sure you have what you need to move it forward.
Tom Bradley, just to let you guys know, was like 30 years ago.
Thank you.
Damn close. 25, 30 years ago. That's how long.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Ain't got nothing done in all this time.
We're all behind you and trying to help facilitate a much more expedited hiring process in our city. Our workforce is crying for the help. Folks are overtaxed, overworked, and exhausted. And so I know you're working with our labor partners and everyone to enable a more expeditious process. What I do want to bring rise to, and I love the Targeted Local Hire Initiative.
Derek, thank you so much for the dono. I'll give it to him. He's right here.
And I did speak to the coalition about this. Is even just the reporting, when we talk about the actual data on the targeted local hire.
That's the lady that the other lady said she's going after.
Accounting for which zip codes and where the candidates came through when we were hiring for targeted local
Streets
hire.
did get cleaned.
Much of the data was attributed to the WorkSource Center where individuals applied, but not necessarily from which zip codes they come from. So for example, for Pacoima, we have a WorkSource Center, but we had individuals that were whose hiring and zip code came from Santa Clarita, for example. So I just want to assure that you do, among all the things that you have to worry about right now, it's making sure that what targeted local hire promises to be is actually fulfilled, in that we don't have, that we have equitable access and opportunity. I'm looking forward to the work that we're doing together. We've got a huge job fair coming up in my district in March. But what's most
important
Insta?
I don't know.
Creating the opportunities
Monica at Monica.
hires
Oh, there it
to
is.
make sure that it's
Oh no, that's her Twitter.
in all the parts of the city.
There's her Twitter right there.
Emrod. So for that, I'm very excited about our efforts to bring
Council
that
District
into
7.
The San Fernando Valley.
Emrod.
In that collaboration.
She's
but
Emrod.
Just specific to, because this amendment hadn't gone through budget, it's important that as we make a commitment because this is now going to incur an ongoing expectation, that I want to make sure that when we come to the budget, that we actually have real clean data on what it has delivered in terms of the zip codes
Your
that
OF
it is
link?
actually
What's
where
OF?
these candidates have come from. So that, it's not
only
all concentrated,
OnlyFans.
where these opportunities are
Caught it right about here.
concentrated in one
Pulled it back.
particular geographic area in the city.
Absolutely understood. Agreed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
She might have an OnlyFans page. What's her name? Got
Mr.
one now.
Hastings.
What's that chick's
So
name?
we got an amendment that Mr.
Iggy Azalea, I think. Yeah, I want to say it's
That's a
her.
minor technical
She's
amendment.
got one on there.
Yes, it is. It's just, it's asked that item 8 be amended to add resolution authorities without funding in the personnel department for 11 requested target local hire administrative clerk positions, presented by the council member, and we need a second. Thank you,
Mr. McCosker seconds. Very good. So that matter is now before us as amended. Are there any other members wishing to be heard? Seeing none, let's go ahead and open the roll on the matter as amended.
Diane,
Close the
no,
roll.
not Diane Feinstein.
And
She's
tabulate
Monica
the votes.
Rodriguez, I think her name is.
11 ayes.
Very good. Thank you. Madam Clerk,
Aye.
what is
Aye,
now
aye, aye,
before
aye.
us?
Council has motions for posting and referral.
Without objection, posted and referred. What's
The-
next?
The desk is clear, sir.
Very good. Members, are there announcements? Any members with any announcements? I would like to make one announcement, and that is, members, I'd like to note that yesterday was the 35th anniversary of the massacres committed by Azerbaijan against the Armenian residents of Sumgait, a small town that, beginning on February 27th, and continuing for 3 days after that, was pillaged, burned, overrun by thugs.
He couldn't
and
say this, I
mobs of
assure you, with all the other
Azerbaijanis
people in the
who
room.
Murdered
They'd
Armenian
call him out.
civilians, raped Armenian
All
women and
that's happening
girls,
right here almost.
burned buildings, looted businesses, and essentially destroyed the historically Armenian areas.
Other
of
than the
Sumgait.
murdering.
And unfortunately, that was not a standalone occurrence because it was fostered by the racism of the leaders of the Azeri government.
Oh, you have
who
problem with
continue
racism
to
now all of a
foster
sudden.
that racism,
But not
even
with your
to this
coworkers'
very day.
racism. Got it.
Sumgait,
Got it.
Also was
Totally got it,
followed
dude.
by massacres at Kirovabad, in Baku.
He's
in
gonna tell you
Moraga,
about racism.
and
Ain't that
other
rich?
places in Azerbaijan.
Ain't
As
that
we
rich?
know, in September of 2020, Azerbaijan launched a 44-day assault against Armenians in Armenian indigenous people in their historic lands in Artsakh, and displaced tens of thousands of people while killing thousands, targeting civilians with weapons that are internationally banned, and taking hostages in that war, called prisoners of war, but really hostages that Azerbaijan still continues to hold to this very day, 2.5 years later. Azeri forces attacked even Armenia proper following that war. And today, as we're meeting, the only lifeline by which the people of Artsakh, the indigenous Armenian population of Artsakh, have to the rest of the world is in the Lachin corridor, which is now being blocked by Azeri forces, preventing food, medicine, and other necessities from getting into the people of Artsakh.
Thanks
and
for
even
reading that.
blocking them out from
all
having
written
access
down
to
for 'em.
energy at a time when that area is experiencing freezing temperatures. All throughout this time, the dictator of Azerbaijan continues to use racist language, calling upon his people to commit genocide against Armenians in Artsakh and Armenia itself.
Which should not
So,
happen, of course.
As the world continues to go on its way and deal with the exigencies of the day, the people of Artsakh are facing imminent genocide today. So it's important that we remember this historic anniversary, the 35th anniversary of this Sumgait massacres. But it's really important that we realize that in the context of what's happening today, and make very clear, as this council always has, that we stand with the people of Artsakh. We stand with Armenians around the world who face racism, who face genocide, even today as we speak. So I thank you for joining me in that effort, members. Are there any other announcements?
So what's really, though, important, I want you to really, really know, is that he took that whole time to tell you about how disgusting and racist that is, which it is. Absolutely it is. I agree with him in that point. But what he's also not telling you is that man right there, accused and racist as can be, on tape.
Allen, a distinguished professor, an accomplished scholar, and loving family man.
And he loves him.
Passed away
Won't say a thing about him.
On February 25th.
Okay, he's talking about somebody who passed away. Rest in peace to Michael J.B. Allen. Go Bruins. Rest in peace, Michael Allen. I got to tell you, that racist right there, that dude right there is on tape saying mad shit about all kinds of people with him and 4 others. The others left. This one guy is still here. And the guy you just heard was crying about racism won't say shit about the racist sitting right next to him working. Ain't that a bitch?
Frederick, Jack, and
So it's just racist when they decide it's racist. Remember that, ladies and gentlemen. It's not across the board racism. Just if it affects you, it hurts you a little bit.
As a young boy,
that's when it
excelled
counts.
in school and was one of the top students at Lewis Grammar School. Eventually,
And you notice the racist came out after they made the public leave? Imagine if he tried to come out and start talking right now, giving the eulogy to this man.
Michael made his way to the United States.
You would have heard all the jeers and the boos.
Before enrolling in the English
all the shit, the explosive shit. He doesn't have the nuts or guts to sit out there in that room in front of these people. He ain't got that. That dude ain't got the balls. He's going to go in the back and have coffee in that nice suit, and we're going to pay for all of
Michael
it.
received a job offer to serve on the faculty at UCLA. He and Elena made their way.
Oh, they are,
together
Kristen.
in
They are. I guess you didn't hear the audio tapes. That none of them, not even him, denied.
Michael distinguished himself as a teacher.
He didn't even deny it.
Making worlds
And what? Yeah, that's what? That's me. What?
Lectures,
I'm not going anywhere.
courses, tours, and books.
There's an entire conversation, Joker. Just Google LA City Council racist tapes. I'm sure it'll come up.
He authored and edited 21 academic books, and his research focused.
It was so bad, the other ones just said, you know what, we can't stay. We know it's terrible, and not one of them denied it. So the others left right away. They didn't want to get drugged through the mud. This dude was the only guy who said, you know what, I'm staying. Fuck all you. You're paying for it, too. And what? And then a week or so later, he got into a fist fight with a person in the public, a general, citizen. Came up, started screaming at him in his face, got into a fist fight. That's on tape too. Why don't you check that out?
And Chaucer classes. In addition to teaching, Michael was a faculty lecturer with UCLA Travel.
When you're done with the racist audio tapes.
With his funny, engrossing, and sophisticated lectures on the history, philosophy, and literature relevant to the places they were visiting.
He was racist about everybody, his own people, Latinos, blacks, whites, Jews, gays. It didn't matter. They hit the gamut. Go listen to it.
America's Paul Oscar, stellar lifetime
Oaxaca Indians that look like Koreans. They were just, dude, they went into everybody.
Michael wasn't just a scholar, but also a devoted
Go listen to it.
An environmentalist. He loved jogging along the beach and hiking with his family and friends.
This would be the last guy you'd want to give you a fucking eulogy.
In the Santa Monica Mountains.
He might as well be a grand wizard.
Devoted a keen eye for the local flora and fauna, and would read extensively.
They couldn't handle me as mayor.
Ecology, botany, and other scientific topics. Michael was also, and more importantly, a devoted.
He was into botany. He was smoking that weed, I bet.
A true paterfamilias,
growing that weed.
Deeply wise and comforting presence and father figure for his extended family. I knew Michael. He was a very, very kind, sweet, tender, loving man. Michael was a man of great character.
Yeah, I
intelligence,
saw
wit,
the.
and
I read the
charm,
thing about
and his
Pitcher's Detention
contributions in the
Center.
fields of literature, history, and philosophy will never be forgotten.
Little
He was
fracas.
deeply missed by all who knew him. Our deepest
Just so
sympathies
funny,
go
they
out
had to
those who
wheel
loved
this
him, his
motherfucker
wonderful
out
wife,
at the ending of the show here,
fantastic sons,
and nobody else is in
Ben,
the building.
as well as Will,
I'm telling you,
his
you
sister
brought this
Patricia,
dude out
his
anytime the
daughter-in-laws
public was
Claudia
there.
and Melanie, his
You would have
grandchildren,
seen an absolute.
nietos,
They would have
Paloma,
stopped everything and removed
Moises,
everybody.
and the great
It would have been
scripter
that
Ezra,
crazy.
and his dog, which was named after.
They show up every day because of this dude. That's how it all started.
Beowulf Wiglaf.
Okay, and if you think I'm kidding, go ahead. Call my bluff. I'm daring you. I'm triple dog daring you to stick your tongue on the pole. Okay? Your tongue's gonna get stuck right now. I'm gonna let you know. Go ahead. I'm triple dog daring you. Go fucking watch it. Go listen to it. They're done for the day. Okay, so that's it. I'm just letting you know. It's fucking legit. I'm deedle 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 doo deedle. Okay? I'm not kidding you. I'm not kidding you. That shit is legit. You go watch it. That's why people are so pissed, man. They're tired of this shit. You know, and we're paying for it. You're paying. We are paying for it. If you're a LA citizen, a citizen of Los Angeles. All right, let's go take a look at Big Mammoth Mountain. Go take a look at that real quickly. Look at that. That's Mammoth right now live. Holy shit. It's like a whiteout. Dude, that shit ain't even going. What's going on here? I figured, well, wait, what's today? It's Monday. Are they closed? They don't close, do they? They close a mountain and shit like that? I mean, I don't think so. I don't know. I can tell you it's definitely snowing pretty good, man. And that's about, I don't know, 3 hours from my house. I could be there probably about 3 hours. Maybe a little less even. 2.5. It's not very far. Not very far in those them thar hills, Billy. The road might be closed. Yeah, that is definitely a possibility. Possibility. Now, this one's fun. Now, I love watching this one right here. Let's go take a look at this one real fast. This is in Bloomington, Minnesota. And as you can see, the kids are already playing on it. It doesn't look like it's snowing, but this snowboarding park is fucking rad. And the way, watch him come around real quick, right onto the lift. Look at him. No stopping, cut, right up into it, bang, off they go. It's just so cool. Whoever thought of this shit is just straight genius. And it's double-sided, as you can see. I'm sure there's like more of a beginner side. And look at me, ramps. It's like, dude, look at that dude. Just fucking did a 360 right there. That was fucking rad. That dude just did a 360. Let's go. I love this one. I watch this one all the time. This is in Bloomington, Minnesota. And it's just, this is live. It's not a tape. You're watching it live right now. So they're getting that last minute skiing in for the day. So the bunny lift. It could be what are the bunny slopes? Bunny slopes, right? Isn't that what they call them? I mean, the snow looks nice. It really looks nice on our side. Let me do this too. Let me go find the other snow summit. I want to see what snow summit looks like right now. Right now. All right, there's Snow Summit. So here we go. We'll go up. Yeah, so you can see left side's probably for the kids. I mean, obviously you still have some dudes that are ripping right there too. They're probably like, fuck, look at him just cut the line on the little kids, an asshole. What an asshole. I know you guys saw that. Those little kids was all bunched up trying to grab it, and that fool just went he went right by them, just grabbed the fucking lift and was out. Like, fuck that. I ain't waiting for this shit. That was fucking great. I can't lie. It's like how I feel like we got drivers like all, stopped up like cattle. Come on, man. Just, you merge with your gas, not your brake pedal. And they was trying to merge with their brake, and that was it right there. It was funny, right? No, I mean, that's totally That's why I like watching these cams sometimes. It's funny what you may see. Like, see, look at how the little guy had to stop and then he grabs it. Watch this dude now. He's not stopping at all. It's a fluid motion. See? Just a straight fluid motion. All of them, both sides. Look at both sides. Look at that dude. Just came off the side of the ramp and just did it. You can really see how some of them are just so used to doing it, and then others are... Because it's almost a part of, like, the trick. Like, you cutting it right and grabbing it like that, and, you know? Then you got uh-oh. 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 You got that. Yeah, it'd be fun, though. I'd enjoy it. I'm sure they're having a whole lot of fun, and that's the whole point. Hopefully they are. All right, so check it out. Here's Snow Summit, guys. This is Snow Summit here, another mountain next to Mammoth there. So let me make myself a little smaller. This is a live shot and see what it's like. And snowing a little bit, I think, and very little. I mean, there's the top of the mountain. That's where the good skiers and snowboarders are at. That's the triple black diamond, dude. Dude, that's triple black diamond. So, but they're open. I mean, I'm guessing I would figure so many fools are just, so many fools are would ditch, right? But maybe it's like you guys said, the fucking the roads are closed. So let's take a look here. We'll go back to our other one since this one has more action. These little guys trying to make it up. Uh-oh. Oh, you're not gonna... Oh! Hopefully we don't see an accident here, because that is not the place you want to be, little guys, when you got people zipping by. Oh, he lost the ski. Oh. He's like, son of a bitch. Now you all in the middle of the road. What are y'all doing? Oh! See what I mean? You guys got to get up out of there, dude. Oh, they're trying to go up. Dude, those are trout going upstream right now. That's a trout going upstream. Or a salmon. It's a salmon making its way upstream. Boy, you better get out the way for one of these dudes get absolutely creamed by somebody just fucking flying by. I can see it now. Hopefully it does not happen. We don't want... Oh, no. Oh, now you got to lay her down or in the road. Oh. Uh-oh, Jesus. One's lost a ski. Another one, he lost his other ski. This one's down. Oh, these three.
Hilberman and 25th Street. Suspect
Couple stooges. Oh, little guys, watch out. Oh, boy. See, that was me skiing.
Victim possibly still at Aqua gas station. Suspect in the vehicle is a white 2014, 2015 Dodge Charger 4-door. Still circling the area near Western and Carson. Victim is a male, black, 40 to 50 years, wearing a blue beanie, black sweater, black jeans. Unknown if suspect is male or female. Code 2-1963, 3506.
All right, so we got a guy who intentionally drove his Dodge Charger at somebody.
Sitting on top of his black Dodge Challenger. It's code 2, incident 1972, RD7.
Bro, what's with everybody with the Dodges?
Pull up in a demon on guard. 3201 South Central at WSS Shoes. Suspect are two male Hispanics or male blacks, light complexion, 30 years, 5'7" to 5'8". The suspect vehicle is a white Nissan Altima, license plate 7-Boy Edward William 360, 7-Boy Edward William 360, last seen westbound 32nd Street. Code 2 incident 1974, RD1330.
Yeah, they're trying to dodge a Dodge. Busy. What time is it right now?
Conducting incident 4015, 4015, your 415 fight, 4208, not turning to drive south. There's now an ADW suspect there now. Suspect male, black, 59 years, all black clothing, swinging a knife at the people at the location. Now code 3 incident 1954, RD427.
Trying to stab somebody?
I'm gonna slice you up!
Oh.
West traffic in any west traffic in ambulance traffic, Loyola, and Lincoln, Code 3 incident 1978, RD 1484.
Little car wreck. Uh-oh, little guy. Watch out, little guy. I'm always scared when I see those little guys and girls, because they're trying to learn, and I get it. But See how he stopped right there just to grab the whole thing? You got this dude's flying around, just kind of scared they don't get run over, because I'm sure that happens a lot. It's a good thing they're wearing helmets too, because I remember when I'd be up there, not many people wore helmets. Snowboarding had just really started too, and the last time I went up there. I ain't going up to the snow very often. Blog, give me a second. I can get you the link. Give me a moment. Just got to do it on this computer. Just give me a moment. With the speed you catch, hell yeah, dude. It's not slow. It's not. Oh shit. It's not. They're not fucking going slow. That's why people die skiing all the time. They hit a tree going those speeds. Like, come on, dude. There's no give in the tree. Tree's not gonna give at all. You're just getting racked up quick. Why the hell can't I find it on this side? So stupid. Not following it on this camera? Hold on.
Calling making it.
Okay.
Making it in 4815, 4815, additional on your EDW suspect are now 4208 North Huntington Drive South. Suspect is in unit 407, armed with a metal pipe and a pocket knife. Still code 3 incident 1954.
You got a metal pipe on him? Oh boy. There it is. There it is. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. I know you wanted the link. Here it is. This is the link to the one you're watching. Right there. Go to Highland Hills, Bloomington, Minnesota, and go check it out. We got a cool setup there, man. Looks like a whole lot of fucking fun, I'll tell you that. Definitely a place to ditch and go over there. I wouldn't be mad at it. I wouldn't be. All right, let's do this. One last thing while you guys are watching that.
Ambulance traffic 8730 West Pico, 8730 West Pico Boulevard, code 3 incident 1984, RD 859. One traffic G that's unidentified.
Another car wreck.
3020 Southwestern Avenue.
And so here's the slope side cam. You can watch that. This is in Mammoth. Or, I'm sorry, Snow Summit. This is Snow Summit. Live right now. So there's some folks out there that ditched. See, this is the way you should have done it, I guess. Or somehow these people are staying at the resort and they're stuck at the hill or, at the...
Unit 311, man, 5970 South Main Street, 5950 South Main Street. On the first floor balcony, suspect male, black, 35 to 40 years, black jacket, camouflage pants, exposing himself and conducting lewd acts. There are several children at location. Code 3 incident 1988, RD 1380.
All right, so you got a guy showing his dick.
I've got a semi-boner, and I'm wearing sweatpants.
Fool's out there at noon just showing his cock off his balcony. I mean, bro, you live there.
Go away, Baton.
Oh.
Quit playing with your dinghy.
Oh, man, don't you know? Fucking gross-ass fools, dude. I mean, not that there's an appropriate time for it, because certainly there isn't appropriate time at all. Never a time and place for that, but... My gosh.
Flight citizen reporting officer needs help 110 freeway south of Vernon. Officer needs help 110 freeway south of Vernon. Motor officer involved in a TC. One officer down.
Whoa.
3, incident 1997, already 1351.
That's going to make the news, guys. That is going to make the news. Hopefully the officer's okay. So you had a motorcycle officer who's down, I'm assuming due to the rain. You know what I mean? Damn.
Are you for serious, dog?
Yeah, I'm for serious, dog. He's down in the street. So officer down. You'll definitely be seeing that, ladies and gentlemen, on the news tonight. Yeah, it sucks. Yeah, man, going down on those bikes. Those bikes are beautiful, but they're dangerous, you know. Especially in the fucking weather, you know. Just wouldn't trust it. Here's another snow cam. This one's live mammoth really quickly. The J3 lift. Look at that shit. It's snowing pretty good up there in Mammoth right now. That's live. And you got to say to yourself, you got more snow coming because it just rained here, and then we also have rain, like I said, till what? From 6 to 11 tonight. I think it said 5 hours or so, 4 or 5 hours worth of rain. And look at the rain. Look at the snow. Look, it's pushing. It's sideways. It's harder to see because it's daytime, and it's and obviously the camera's being interrupted by the weather, but you can see right now would be a great time to be skiing. You're sitting on fresh powder. Fresh powder's coming down on top of you. Nobody else is around. I mean, the lift's obviously you couldn't, but unless you were already up to the top. I mean, look at the little hut right there. It's halfway covered. Look at that shit. That shit is halfway covered. There's somebody right there. Holy shit. How did he get up there? He probably works there. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't. Oh, maybe maybe 3's closed. 2 isn't.
Frequency to check the area of 110 and Vernon for the motor officer down.
Air unit, that was request 110 and Vernon. Citizen reporting possible motor officers down.
So there you go. That dude's having the hell of a time. Can you imagine that? Being up there all by yourself, realistically? It's so cool. Ow, stinks. Why are you screeching? Why are you screeching? Fat boy, why are you screeching? I love you, kid. I love him. Oh, you're already ready to bite? You're gonna bite, baby? You don't want to bite, baby? Yeah, you do. You want to bite, baby? All right. So, I guess I'm gonna hop off, man. J3 goes to the summit. See, thanks, John. John's the aficionado. He's probably did the triple black diamond 10 times this year.
Any North Hollywood unit and smart ambulance male with mental illness.
What do you mean, up here, Edgar? Why not?
At Best Community Adult Services, Jack Mel White, 61 years old, wearing a blue jacket, khaki pants.
Wind.
Comments for the code 2004 D1539.
I'm gonna say that wind is gonna be your own. Like my friend says, wind is asshole. So. If you ever try to smoke joints in the wind, it's rough. Little kid lost his. So that's the thing. How much does who weigh? The cat? I don't know. We gotta figure that out soon. Take him to the. I was supposed to take him last week, and I got sick, and I canceled the appointment.
On the freeway, 110 northbound south of Vernon. It's in 1997.
Yeah, I don't know. It's probably like 10, 12 pounds, somewhere in there. It's a big boy. He's 3 years old now. Or almost. I will be on later at 8 p.m. 8 p.m.
With Firefox Mobile Mental Illness, 3915 Cocoa Avenue, apartment 19, subjects.
See, it's snowing good. Look at that.
2016 RD362.
I'm telling you, they're going to have 10 feet of snow. No need to. I'm telling you, this year they didn't even turn on snow machines. They didn't even do it. Look at the trees. Do you see any trunk? Where's the trunk of any of these trees? You don't see the trunks on any of these fucking trees. Not a one. It's beautiful as fuck. Oh, yes, he's beautiful. Yes, he's a big boy. He loves his daddy. He's a good boy. He bites and scratches a little too much, but other than biting and scratching too much, he's a good boy. I love you. Oh, kisses now? Kisses? Oh, good boy. You love Deed? Yeah. That I love you too. See, he's a good boy. He loves his daddy. Uh-oh. We got a fucking whole stop up here. Kids are having so much fun. It's good to see. Maybe it's a snow day, too, in Minnesota. Who knows? Well, they didn't have to go to school. Was it a break at all? Like summer break? I mean, spring break? No. I don't think kids are on spring break yet. But I don't know. Breaking news, around 20 people hurt. Yeah, okay, yeah. So that was the Pitches Detention Center. Okay. What's up, Jib? It's good to see you. So, yeah, I'm going to take off, but it's good to see you guys. Had a little bit of fun in the LA City Council meeting. Well, I think the other day is Friday, so, Friday morning, if you want to join me, we'll be back, and maybe it'll be a little more heated. Because the ones Friday, I think people, they take off for work. Monday, Tuesday, most people don't even show up. They got to work. Some of them. So, I don't know. The weather, too.
Ambulance shooting, 710 South Broadway, apartment 213. Incident 2027, send number additional.
Shooting in an apartment? Oh, boy, man. Oh, boy. See, it already sounds like a good day today, you know what I mean? You got shootings and all kinds of stuff. So, what hill is this? This is in Highland Hills. Highland Hills in Bloomington, Minnesota. That's where that is.
I use code 4. 7250 Franklin Avenue, subject Joey.
Second snowstorm is there, D-Man? Nice. Yeah, you guys have another one coming. Because, it's supposed to, like I said, it's raining for another 5 hours here, and we're 2 hours or so, maybe a little over from you guys, south of you guys. So it'll make its way. See who is went right around the little kids. Let's see if this guy does the same. No, he was patient. Except for this little guy. That's me right there in the back. Still learning.
Hi, it's code 4 on the help call. There is a TC, but it's a civilian on a motorcycle.
Ah, so it's not an... That's definitely me. So good. It was not an officer down. It was just a civilian down. But nevertheless, somebody on their motorcycle down in the rain, never good. Hopefully they're all right.
Units on 1829 additional on the ambulance shooting, 710 South Broadway. Carries the victim. He stated he was shot on Maple between 7th and 6th. Has no suspect description. Code 3 incident 2027.
All right, so we do have a gunshot victim there.
Put some holes in your shirt, now it's red soaking. Last night in cold blood, my young brother got shot.
So there you go. So interesting. Someone just got shot. So early in the dizzy. But I guess it's never too early in the day to get shot, right? So, yeah. So I would guess that, John, the J3 is closed. Like you said, goes to the summit. I'd assume only reason why is because the summit's too snowy, too much snow up there, too dangerous. It's like a whiteout situation, maybe. That's all I can think of. Why else would you close it, right? Too dangerous. Yeah, it's a beautiful little shot. There's definitely some folks up there. They've made their way up there. And I'll tell you, that must be so cool to have that kind of weather and have like the mountain virtually to yourself. Like, come on. That's a dream. That's a dream for any kind of skier or snowboarder. Because I'm sure they hate it when it's so beautiful. The conditions are absolutely perfect and then the mountain's packed. All the runs are packed. You know what I mean? It's when you have injuries that happen, you know. People like me who don't know how to ski in the middle of the roadway there. I mean, look at it, dude. It's deep. See, there's some folks right there. 2 guys. A guy, girl, I think, maybe. Having fun, stretching, getting ready. Maybe waiting for their buddies to make it to the top. Bro, we'll wait for you on the top of JT, dog. Fresh pal, hold me down. You can see good pile there, just from tonight. Yeah, see, and that's what I mean. Look at how it's like a whiteout, right? I would think that's the problem, right? Yeah, blizzard conditions, right? So it's a whiteout situation where it's dangerous. You don't know if you're going left or right, forward or back. You don't fucking know. You get vertigo. And the next thing you know, you're walking, you're so tired, you don't even know where the fuck you are now, and you're just lost. Then you're dead because it's so goddamn cold and you didn't prepare. So I can only assume that's what would happen. And it probably wouldn't take long for your death. I mean, you'd die definitely in, I don't know. I'd say 24 hours for sure. I would think you're dead after 24 hours. Probably take at least that. Yeah, Randy, that's what I'm saying. It's, you know, it's totally like clouds, like when you're a pilot and you're trying to fly by instrument, and that's kind of what happened with the, you know, Kobe accident.
Southeast United
Not kind of, it is.
304 West 90th Street, Apartment 4.
You know, you go into a cloud bank.
Father, male Hispanic, 25
Don't
years
know.
of age, white t-shirt, shorts, inside the apartment, code 2, incident 2040-90-1802.
You know, so here's the main lodge at Mammoth. So we can take a look at the main lodge. I mean, dude, it's snowing, dude. That fucking patio is fucking filled with snow. And like I said, they still got a whole nother... It's going to be snowing like this for another 30 hours, I bet. Probably a close to 30 hour more. And then it's supposed to be clear for a while. So I would say next weekend will be really good. The snow, the snow will be nice and thick and still pretty fresh. And then, of course, you have the roads all plowed, so you don't have problems getting up there. And should be good times. Definitely no drought anymore. I mean, come on, man. It's fucking packed. It's packed with snow. And that, look, the rain is not where we get. All the rain is great. But the rain really needs to make it up there, which it always does. It always does. This isn't nothing new. It happens every year, but not to this extent. Usually it snows enough to where it creates a good base. And they'll get the snow machines out and create an even better base. And then you go and snow and ski and snowboard and enjoy yourself. Now they haven't had to turn those machines on, and now it's like overwhelming. Okay, when they normally probably got a 4-foot base or something, 5-foot base, now they've got a 10-foot, 12-foot base. Okay, more than double. So all that snowpack is how they determine whether you're in a drought or not, because again, that snows and makes it down to the rivers and to the aqueducts and dams and fills them up as well. That's kind of where I think the rainwater comes in, fills the rivers and the aqueducts and stuff. So, and the dams, them damn baits. 13 degrees at Mammoth right now, right? Looks it. It fucking looks it. Look at all the kids clogging it up. Yeah. It's definitely beautiful conditions. I mean, they plowed that little thing. Here's Snow Summit. I'd be eating snow at all for anything. There's no reason to be eating snow at all, especially yellow snow. Little rookies. Well, you know, you got to learn sometimes. Everybody's a rookie sometime. These folks, like I said, they're pretty lucky too. I mean, dude, look at that. Look at that. Look at the. You can tell how tall it is.
Boulevard, the Golden Gas Station. See the PR, female black, black coat,
How
blue
deep?
shirt, blue sweatpants. Suspect a female black, red, blue jacket, white pants. Threatened the PR with a gun, possible 9mm. Suspect known as PR can possibly direct. Code 2060 RD 397.
Oh, really? Be real, Beast? That's dope. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah, wind will do it. Push it off the track or whatever. That too. Yeah, you know, you definitely don't want to be swinging up 30 feet in the air like that on those little rickety things. It's beautiful though. I mean, we need it. The people are enjoying it. I like to see people enjoying the things that they enjoy. You know what I mean? If you're a snowboarder, skier, it's like time of your life right now in California. It's the best season you've seen in 10, 20 years. I'm telling you, it's like that right now. And I'm telling you, there's this dude who does, I'm going to show you it really quick. I don't want to copyright strike, but I want to show you so that way you guys can click like and subscribe on his videos. He does snow plowing up here.
I'm picking at 1044 suspect in now 127 South Vermont Avenue, the Golden Silver Pawn Shop. Suspect is a transient male, black 40 years, white night, black shirt, black pants. Minor comments, code 2064 RD 2017.
Yeah, I think that's him right there. And it's just wild to see his videos that I watch. You know, he makes really good videos, and on top of the good, well-made videos, you know, he's removing so much snow. It's insane. It's fucking insane to see how much snow that there is up there. And we're talking about, you know, the big old front loaders. He's got a few of them, the little baby bobcats. He's got it all.
2016 year domestic violence at 556 Northwest Marlin Avenue. Apartment A has been updated to 252 domestic violence suspect there now. 556 Northwest Marlin Avenue, an additional PR who refused to be identified or be here. Suspect arguing and possibly assaulting the victim. Unknown or her children are inside the location. It's code 3, incident 1960, NRD 212.
What is that? I wanted to show you this one video that he had of. Kind of showed it really well. No, it's not Mammoth Landscaping. It's like Plow Brother or something like that. I gotta look it up properly before I let you know. Just give me a sec. And you know, he's a legit company, like, you know, like Holiday Inn's calling him.
For check 1512 South Bedford Street, apartment number 5. Code 2072 RD 15.
You know, Holiday Inn's calling him to remove the snow off their roof.
Traffic 519 South Los Angeles, 519 South Los Angeles. Code 3, incident 2073 and RD 154.
Okay. All right, let me give you his link so you can click like and subscribe on his channel. Really an interesting channel, especially for the people that are in California. So there's the link to his channel. But I just wanted to show you, you know, because I don't want to get a strike. I don't have to deal with that, guys. Come on, what's going on? There we go. I don't want to deal with that, so I'm not going to play his video. I'm just going to show you a still of his video. Look at how deep. He's doing all the...
Possibly wearing a light blue dress, shirt, light colored pants. Her comments go to incident 2076.
Okay. He's doing all the clearing in these streets right here. Like, he cleared this street. You can watch it in his videos, okay? With a big-ass giant front loader that you're picking dirt up and construct, you know, 2 or 3 of those construction site, huge Caterpillar, fucking John Deere tractors, you know. And then the baby bobcats, too. Now, look at how the street, look at the street sign. Look at the stop sign over there. Okay? Now, that was 3 weeks ago. This is a 3-week-old video. Stop sign over there. What do you think it looks like now? Okay, that snow doesn't melt all that fast, as you guys know, especially when it's fucking freezing. It's 10 degrees up there. It ain't going anywhere. Right? So now you've got another foot or 2, if not more. So that stop sign is fucking completely So go check him out. Plow Brother, I think it is. Mammoth Mountain Life. It's a good little watch. Good videos. You know what I mean? And I just think it's insane. I mean, dude, he's in a truck right here, 3 o'clock in the morning, to go down to get the tractor, to go with all his crew. And then I'm telling you, he has like a 30-guy crew, and they'll go on to Holiday Inn and literally clear the roof. And when they're clearing the roof, half of it's cleared, and it looks like this. Like they still got to clear this half. You know what I mean? It's wild to see how high it's stacked up. And you'd think to yourself that it would have already fallen through from the weight of the snow, but it doesn't. So go check him out. This is a cool little watch. And I'm going to get out of here, guys. So I'll see you guys at 8 p.m. I got to get things going on the eBay and all that other jazz. So enjoy the rest of your day. I will be live at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8 p.m. Remember that, little early start. So don't forget about that. So thank you so much for joining me today for all the fun and the action at the City Hall meetings. And like I said, Friday should be the next one. So behalf of Stink Bomb and myself, we're out of here. I'll see you a little later at 8 p.m. You guys have a good day.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Yeah, you guys. I'm a gang.